beast. Get ready for the Arrival and Labor Day Cup at the Kennard Memorial Racetrack, May 3rd, and we kick off at 12 noon. 10 million in cash prizes. Olympic Kremlin, Stat, Mapa do Brazil will be racing, and all top horses. Sponsored by Slinger, Jay's Supermarket, Jumbo Jet, AJM, Premium Asphalt. Be there.
So it's a very good evening to all stakeholders, owners, trainers, and jockeys and grooms, and welcome to the live broadcast of the post-position draw for this coming Sunday's Arrival and Labor Day card. I'm track announcer John Rupert live from the Pixel Perfect Productions studio, and reminding you this Sunday, the 3rd of May, live racing returns to Guyana, race day number 4 of the 2026 racing season. Now the venue this Sunday is Kennard Memorial Turf Club up on the Quarantine in Bushlot Farm. And after the unfavorable conditions of the weather over last month's 2 cancellations, we're back in action. Has a 50% chance of rainfall this coming up weekend, but we here in Guyana are hopeful that we're going to run off our 10 races on the program. Race number 11 is going to be our feature race on Sunday, which is the Labor Day Cup. We have 4 starters going to post there. That's going to be our Sunday feature. The co-feature will be race number 10, the Arrival Day Sprint. And race number 7 is going to be the Grooms Derby. So it's going to be an 11 race card with 10 horse races and 1 Grooms race. Our first race post time kicks off at 12 p.m. This event is brought to you by the Guyana Horse Racing Committee. And we'd like to thank our sponsors, Jay's Supermarket, Jay's Group of Companies, as well as Premium Asphalt, Jumbo Jet, and AGM Enterprise, and Slingers Racing Stable as well. So we're getting ready now to do the post-position draw of all 10 races here tonight. And the first race on the program will be the L-Class winners. And before we get into that, I'd just like to remind all owners and trainers involved in the first race on Sunday to make plans to join us early. I'd like those owners and trainers to get their horses at the track as early as 11 o'clock because we want to kick off the program on time and observe strict post times for Sunday's event. So the 7 balls are already into the machine, and we are going to draw now for race number 1. It is going to be the L-Class winners event over a distance of 6 furlongs. So the first horse we're going to draw for is going to be Angel. Angel coming to us from the barn of trainer Randolph Gray. And let's find out now. The first draw here, post position number 1. Post 1 here for Angel. Angel will draw from the inside post here. Next, we will draw here for Dr. J. And Dr. J is coming to us from the barn of new trainer Kevin Ramlochan. And Dr. J will run from post position 7. Post position 7 here for Dr. J. Again, the new connections of trainer Kevin Ramlochan. The jockey will be Barrett Ramnarine on board Dr. J. And Angel will have the services of jockey Dre Paul Yap. The next horse we're going to draw for is Election. And Election is coming to us from the barn of Dionarine Ramroop. The jockey will be Delwyn Anderson aboard Election. And Election has post position number 4. Post position number 4 here for Election. Next we'll draw for GT Boss. And GT Boss has Colin Ross on board, riding GT Boss for the Pereira Racing Stables and the trainer Dominic Pereira. And the GT Boss has post position number 6. Post 6 here for GT Boss. Next entrant is Secret Silence. And the Secret Silence, trained by Reginald George. The jockey will be Ronaldo Gray. And Secret Silence, the 4-year-old in the event. Let's find out where she will be running from. And the Secret Silence will be post position number 5. Post 5 here for Secret Silence. Next, we'll have Secret Traveler, leading rider Yovin Kisunchan on board. And the Secret Traveler will be post position number 3. Post 3 here for Secret Traveler. This horse is trained by Antonio Prasad. And again, the leading rider Yovin Kisunchan riding on board. And the final horse will be the returning Wartime, post position number 2. Post 2 for Wartime. And the jockey Lucas Santos will be on board. So that's the lineup there for race number 1, the L class winners over a distance of 6 furlongs. And first race goes off at 12 noon. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we will continue with the post position drawing. Race 2 will be next on the program, the I class and lower. We'll be right back after these messages. Stay tuned.
We try to make Guyanese laugh all over the world with our jokes, but something we are really serious about is saving money. That's why we only shop at Jay's Supermarket. They've launched their Golden Arrow Pocket Milk Powder in 400, 800 and 1600 grams. That is packaged in their state-of-the-art facility and is never touched by human hands at half the price of the 2 leading competitors. This is also a product of New Zealand.
Change? So cheap? Pakalubing mo na ba?
So if you want to continue buying expensive products, well, the joke is on you this time.
Taptakan ba? Milk powder na get better than this?
Back to the post position drawing live here on Pixel Perfect Productions. I'm John Rupert here with you, and we just saw the first drawing of the L class winners, and on your screen now you will see the lineup. I just want to go through it quickly here. Number 1 is Angel, number 2 is Wartime, 3 is Secret Traveler, 4 Election, 5 Secret Silence, 6 GT Boss, and on the outside number 7 is Dr. J. Now again, that first race has a purse of 600,000 over 6 furlongs. Race number 2 next on the program will be the I class and lower over a distance of 6 furlongs, an $800,000 purse, with the first prize being awarded $400,000. The machine has already been reset. We have a field of 7 horses going to post in the I class and lower, and the first horse we're going to draw for is Ben Laden. So let's find out. The jockey will be Kevin Blake on Ben Laden. Ben Laden for trainer Durine Ramroop, post position number 7. Post 7 here for Ben Laden. Again, the jockey will be Kevin Blake on board. Next, we'll draw for Country Rock. Country Rock has Arvind Danraj, the apprentice, riding for trainer Sitahal Samaru, post position 1. Post 1 there for Country Rock. Young Arvind Danraj on board. Next, we'll draw for Perfect Trip. Perfect Trip, now trained by Kevin Ramlochan, will be ridden by Bharat Ramnarain for the Maikoni Racing Stables. And the Perfect Trip is post 4. Post 4 there for Perfect Trip. Next, the expected favorite, Rough Time, is in this one. Leading rider Colin Ross on board here for Rough Time. And the post position number 6. Post position 6 here for Rough Time. Top weight here with leading rider Colin Ross on board. The old stager, that's Sakar. The 8-year-old is next on the lineup. The jockey will be Quinton Kelman on Sakar. The 8-year-old, and Sakar will run from post position number 5. Post 5 here for Sakar, the jockey, again, Quinton Kelman. 3D Movie has taken entry here in this one, and the 3D Movie is going to run from post position number 3. Post 3 here for 3D Movie. The jockey will be Ronaldo Apadu. Apadu on board here on 3D Movie. And of course, the final horse in the lineup is going to be the 6-year-old Top Gun, and post position number 2. Post 2 awarded to the 6-year-old Top Gun. Champion jockey Yovin Kisunchan will be riding Top Gun. So that is the draw there for race number 2. The second race has a post time of just about 12:30 in the I class and lower over a distance of 6 furlongs. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to get into the meat of the matter. The third race will be up next. That's the G class and lower, and that drawing takes place right after this. Welcome back to Pixel Perfect Productions. You're viewing live broadcast here of the post position draw for this Sunday's Arrival and Labor Day card at the Kennard Memorial Turf Club, presented by the Guyana Horse Racing Committee. And on your screen right now, you can view what we just drew, which was the second race, the I-Class and lower, and they line up in the starting gate over 6 furlongs for race 2, just like this. Number 1 is Country Rock, number 2 is Top Gun, 3 is 3D Movie, 4 is Perfect Trip, 5 is Sakar, 6 is Rough Time, and on the outside, number 7 is Ben Laden. On we go now to race number 3 over a distance of 6 furlongs. We've got a post time of just about 1:10 for the third race, the G-Class and lower, West Indian bred non-winner since August 2024. Already the 7 balls are into the machine. We have a field of 7 horses going to post here, and the first horse we're going to draw for is the Trinidad bred Bourbon Blitz. Now this horse arrived in Guyana earlier this month and will draw post position number 4. Post position 4 for Bourbon Blitz. This horse coming from Trinidad and Tobago. 2 wins already under the belt for Bourbon Blitz. Will be partnered by jockey Kieran Razak, who will be riding this horse here, Bourbon Blitz. The next horse we'll draw for is Daring Move. She's coming off of a win last time out in Trinidad. This is going to be her first official start here in Guyana for the Jays Racing Stable, and she will draw post 7. Post position number 7 for the filly, Daring Move. The jockey will be Ronaldo Apadu. Apadu on board Daring Move. The next horse we'll draw for now is Forza Baby. Forza Baby making a return to racing action. We haven't seen her since she won the Guyana Derby a couple of years ago back in 2024. And post position number 3. Post position 3 goes to Forza Baby from the Jumbo Jet Racing Stables. Jockey Colin Ross on board Forza Baby. Next we'll draw for Just Exhale. And Just Exhale, an 8-year-old, will be ridden by Quinton Kelman on board here. And Just Exhale, post position number 2. Post position 2 here for Just Exhale. The jockey will be Quinton Kelman. Next we'll draw for Mufasa, and Mufasa is making a return to racing action now, changing barns. Mufasa now into the care of trainer Randolph Gray for the PHVH Racing Stables, and Mufasa has the jockey Ronaldo Gray riding, and Mufasa will run from post position number 1. Post position number 1 here for Mufasa. Next we will draw for Soca Synergy. Soca Synergy here for trainer Dionarine Ramroop. Post position number 6. Post position 6 for Soca Synergy. Soca Synergy will be ridden by Kevin Blake. Kevin Blake riding Soca Synergy. And the final horse to draw for will be Supreme Leader. Supreme Leader from the Jagdeo Racing Stables. The jockey will be Nicholas Patrick, and the Supreme Leader will be in post position number 5. Post position 5 here for Supreme Leader. So that's a look of the third race drawing here for the G-Class and lower over a distance of 6 furlongs. We're going to take another break, and when we come back, we look ahead to the 4th race, the Guyana bred 3-year-old open event. That's next. Stay tuned.
Last one of the game, Guyana needs 6 to win the championship. It's been a hard-fought game for both teams. Batsman looks exhausted. He will definitely need a boost and reaches for Golden Arrow. It all comes down to this. Six! When you need an extra boost, count on Golden Arrow to deliver. Backed and distributed by Jay's Supermarket. Last one of the game, Guyana needs 6 to win the championship. It's been a hard-fought game for both teams. Batsman looks exhausted. He will definitely need a boost and reaches for Golden Arrow. It all comes down to this. Arrow to deliver. Backed and distributed by Jay's Supermarket.
Welcome back to Pixel Perfect Productions here. You're viewing the live drawing, post-position draw for Sunday's event, the Arrival and Labor Day card. Once again, I want to thank our sponsors, Jays and Jumbo Jet and Premium Asphalt and Slingers Racing Stable, all pitching in to bring you race day number 4 this coming Sunday, the 3rd of May at Kennard Memorial Turf Club. We're going to have a track update for you on the program as well a little bit later on, so you can see how the track is looking at the moment with our upcoming event this coming Sunday. Next on the program will be race number 4, the 3-year-old Guyana Bred Open over a distance of 6 furlongs, and this race has attracted a field of 5 runners, including the impressive Summertime. So let's draw now for the first entry into the race, which is Glory Queen. Glory Queen, the jockey will be Kieran Razak. And let's give the machine a good little spin as Glory Queen. Post position 3. Post 3 here for Glory Queen. Next we will draw for Manisha. And Manisha, post position number 1 for Manisha. Now Manisha was a winner last time out when she had a start there at Kennard Memorial, and so she's been doing quite well thus far on her comeback run. Jockey Fazal Rodriguez will be the jockey on board here for Manisha. Let us draw now for Miracle Boy. Post 5 here. Post position 5 for Miracle Boy. The jockey will be Bharat Ramnarine. And now Miracle Boy, he's the only colt in the event here, so he will be saddling the top weight of 122 pounds here for Miracle Boy, the only colt taking on these fillies. The next horse we'll draw for will be Monica Time. And Monica Time, post position 4. Post position 4 here for Monica Time. The jockey will be Ronaldo Apadu. Apadu on board here on Monica Time. And that means post position number 2 is awarded to Summertime. Post position 2 for Summertime for the champion jockey Yovin Kisun Chan. So that's a look at the Guyana Bred Open. And when we come back, I'll show you the updated stats for this Guyana Bred Open, and then we look ahead to race number 5 on the program. Stay tuned.
Time for my go-to margarine to save the day.
No baking order for Cook brand margarine is too big or small. It is a versatile premium quality product with 80% fat, suitable for baking as well as spreading, particularly ideal for baking bread, and is even rich in vitamins A and D3. With Cook brand margarine's affordable price, you will never compromise on quality only pricing. Distributed by J Supermarket and available countrywide.
Welcome back to the program here, and you just viewed the 4th race for the 3-year-old Guyana Bred Open, and this promises to be an exciting event here with just 5 horses in it, but they line up in the starting gate like this. Number 1 is Manisha with Fazal Rodriguez riding. 2 is Summertime, Yovin Kisunchan. 3, Glory Queen with Kieran Razak. 4, Monica Time, Ronaldo Apadu. And number 5 is Miracle Boy. The jockey is Bharat Ramnarine. Moving on now to race number 5 over a distance of 6 furlongs. This is for the 3-year-old and over West Indian bred winners. And the 5th race has attracted a field of 6 horses already locked in here. The 6 runners, all bred in Trinidad and Tobago. And let's find out where they'll line up in the starting gate. And the first horse we just drew for there is Amicable Kate, post position number 1. Post position 1 here for Amicable Kate. And the jockey will be Kieran Razak. Next we'll draw for head of the class, post 5. Post position 5 here for head of the class. That is the youngster in the event, the 3-year-old colt. The jockey will be Colin Ross on board here for head of the class from the Jumbo Jet Racing stable. Next we'll draw for Here Comes Heidi. Here Comes Heidi is on a hat-trick trail. Remember, she won her last 2 races. And she'll break from the 3 post. Post position number 3 here for Here Comes Heidi. Her usual pilot, Drapol Yap, will be on board here for Here Comes Heidi. Next we'll draw for the Speedy Mulan from the... Next we will draw for She WBO on Time. Let's give it a little spin here for these two. And the She WBO on Time, the 9-year-old, has the services of jockey Bharat Ramnarain. Post position number 4. Post position 4 here for She WBO on Time with Ramnarain on board. And of course that would mean that the final spot, which is Theory of Colors, post position number 2. Post position number 2 for Theory of Colors from the Jagdeo Racing stables. The jockey will be Nicholas Patrick. So that's the 6 horses going to post for race number 5 over a distance of 6 furlongs for the 3-year-old and over West Indian bred winners. When we come back, we get into the second half of the program. Race 6 is up next on the program, the F class and lower. Stay tuned.
It is my job to ensure that my family has the right nutrition to start the day. Dad with the stress of his job, Jacob who's off to university, little Arya who's now getting her first set of teeth, and of course me, who has to deal with it all. That's why I only trust Golden Arrow Instant and Fortified Full Cream Milk Powder, packed with protein, calcium, minerals, and vitamins A and D that support strong teeth and bones, builds muscle, reduces stress, and is an energy booster. Golden Arrow dissolves instant and completely into a creamy texture that is second to none. Available in 400 grams, 800 grams countrywide. Family preferred, mothers approved, halal certified.
Welcome back to the program here, and you just saw the 5th race drawing for the 3-year-old and over West Indian bred winners over a distance of 6 furlongs. And here's how they line up in the starting gate. Number 1 is Amicable Kate, Kieran Razak riding. Number 2 is Theory of Colors with Nicholas Patrick. 3 is Here Comes Heidi with Drapol Yap. Number 4 is She WBO on Time with Bharat Ramnarain. 5 is Head of the Class with Colin Ross. And on the outside, number 6 is Mulan, the jockey Ronaldo Apadu. Up next now on the program, race number 6, the F class and lower, open to 3-year-old imported over a distance of 6 furlongs. We already have the 7 balls into the machine. We've drew 7 starters going into this much anticipated F class and lower. So let's find out right now as we give it a good shake. The first horse we'll draw for is Adios Baby, the maiden. Post position number 5. Post position 5 here for Adios Baby. The 3-year-old, the jockey will be Kieran Razak on board. Next we'll draw for Grande Rainha, the Brazilian bred Grande Rainha. And Grande Rainha, Ronaldo Apadu riding, post position number 4. Post 4 here for Grande Rainha. Next we'll draw for Canem, the 6-year-old mare. Canem will draw run from post position number 1. Post 1 here for Canem. The jockey will be Fazal Rodriguez on Canem. Next we'll draw for the expected favorite in this one, the outstanding Moonlight Dancer. Post position number 7 for the Jumbo Jet Racing stables, and leading rider Yovin Kisunchan riding Moonlight Dancer. Nice good looking chestnut. Next we'll draw for Pharaoh's Empress. Post position number 3. Post position 3 here for Pharaoh's Empress. TNT's champion jockey Dylan Kellerwan will be flown in for the assignment on Pharaoh's Empress. Next we'll draw for the maiden Rock My World. Post position 6. Post position 6 here for Rock My World. The jockey will be Colin Ross from the Jumbo Jet Racing Stables. And the final horse is Royal Rocks. Post position number 2. Post position number 2 for Royal Rocks from the Jays Racing Stable. The jockey will be Paul Yap. So that's a look of the drawing here of this much anticipated race. This race carries a lot of buzz. That's race number 6 over a distance of 6 furlongs. When we come back, we'll get ahead now and talk about the Grooms Derby. That will be race 7 on the program. And of course, I'm going to show you the updates here for this F class and lower. We'll be back right after this.
What to cook?
Enjoy your guilty pleasures without adding the bad things to your body using Salad Special cooking oil with 0 cholesterol and 100% soybean oil. Use it for frying, baking, and even dress your salads. Plus, it gives you an array of incredible health benefits too. It's an excellent source of proteins, essential fats, and abundant with good unsaturated omega-3 and omega-3 fatty acids. Plus, it's rich in vitamins E and K. So switch to salad oil because food is happiness and it's meant to be enjoyed. Available in 900 milliliter, 3 liter, and 5 liter, and distributed by Jay's Supermarket.
Welcome back to Pixel Perfect Productions here. Just want to recap the F class and lower which we just drew, which is open to 3-year-old imported over a distance of 6 furlongs, and this is how they line up in the starting gate. Number 1 is Canem. The jockey will be Fazal Rodriguez. Number 2 is Royal Rocks with Paul Yap. 3 is Pharaoh's Empress with Dylan Kellerwan. Number 4, Grande Raina with Ronaldo Apadu. 5 is Adios Baby with Kieran Razak. 6 is Rock My World with Colin Ross. And on the outside, number 7 is Moonlight Dancer, the jockey Yovin Kisun Chan. That's how they line up in the starting gate. That's the first 6 races there on the race card. Now, race number 7 is going to be the Grooms Derby, and we have a couple of conditions here for this fan favorite, the Grooms Derby. This race will be contested over 1 furlong with a purse of $100,000, and there are a couple of conditions here to this Grooms race. What is going to happen is that the trainers will bring their grooms to register with me on race day, yours truly, and each stable is allowed up to a maximum of 2 entrants into the Grooms Derby. Now, also another special condition is that grooms competing in the Grooms Derby on Sunday must have at least 1 horse entered to run on the race day. So trainers, you are to ensure that your grooms register with me, their full name, onto the program, so we will be able to conduct this. This is going to be race number 7 on the program, the Grooms Derby over the 1 furlong distance. Now, in addition to that too, the promoters of this event, we're going to be having the Best Turned Out Award for every race on the program, and whichever horse is adjudged the best turned out horse, well, that groom is going to receive a prize on behalf of the sponsors. Of course, more details to come on race day concerning that. So I'm asking for the cooperation of the trainers and the grooms to make sure that your horses are in the walking ring in a timely manner in all of the races. And for jockeys who are watching as well, please ensure that the horses that you are on come out in order. The clerk of the parade ring as well as the clerk of the scales will be directing all the action there in the walking ring. Horses are to come out on parade and will be parading in front of the grandstand where the judges will be in order as they are drawn here tonight. Once that takes place and the horses parade down to the start, then an announcement will be made of which horse is awarded the best turned out horse, and the groom to which that horse belongs to will be awarded a prize courtesy of the promoter. So that's how it's going to be lining up here on Sunday concerning the Best Turned Out Award for all the races and the Grooms Derby, which is going to be race number 7 on the program. You'll get the approximate time of that Grooms Derby. Should be thereabouts. Again, the Grooms Derby is going to take place immediately following the F and lower event. So, all owners, trainers, and grooms, please make plans to join us early. You can see yours truly at the track for more details concerning this Grooms Derby. We've put it right in the middle of our card, but again, we will be observing strict post times all afternoon long for these events. When we come back, we get into the second half of the program, races 8 and 9, which promises to be exciting because it's for the first time ever in Guyana. It's going to be a two-part event. What do I mean? When we come back, you'll get the details. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Pixel Perfect Productions. You're viewing the live broadcast of our post position draw and details on our event coming up on Sunday. I just want to remind all owners and trainers again, we're going to be observing strict post times, so we're asking for your cooperation to be there at the track as early as possible. Our in-house DJ on Sunday is going to be Rhythm Stars International. They're going to be entertaining us all afternoon long. Of course, all these racing events will be carried live here on Pixel Perfect Productions, so make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel as well as line up on the Facebook page for all the action. We're going to have lots of fun, games and activities on Sunday at the Kennard Memorial Turf Club. A bumper crowd is expected, so make plans to join us early. I know we here in Guyana have been thirsting and yearning for racing for quite a long time, as our last actual race meet took place at Kennard for the Pagua meet back in March. But again, the weather has not been kind to us last month, in the month of April, and so we are definitely going to try our utmost best to bring you a good broadcast of live horse racing this coming Sunday. So clear your schedule, make plans, join us early, and it promises to be an exciting day of horse racing. Let's get back to the card now. We're up to race number 8, which will be the K&L Maidens, open to first-time starters for fillies and mares over a distance of 6 furlongs. So what we did here at the Guyana Horse Racing Committee, because of the overwhelming support we got for the K&L Maiden event, we've decided to split the race by sex. So the race 8 is going to be the fillies and mares, race 9 will be the colts and geldings, therefore giving an equal chance to all Guyana bred owners here in these two events. The purse remains unchanged. It's going to be the purse of both events are going to be the same, which will be $600,000 for fillies and mares and $600,000 for colts and geldings. $300,000 awarded to the winner of race 8 and race 9. We've got 7 into the machine already, and we're going to draw for the fillies and mares right now over a distance of 6 furlongs. This is going to be race number 8 on the Sunday card. Just want to mention here, this race has 6 fillies and 1 mare in this one. And again, it's open to first-time starters. So we have one first-time starter here, and that is Secret Jet in the fillies division, and we have one first-time starter in the Colts and Geldings division. That is Perfect Champion. So we've locked in the machine again, and let's give it a good shake here. First horse we're going to draw for is Black Beauty, post position number 2. Post position 2 here for Black Beauty. This horse is trained by Sitahal Samaru and will be ridden by Kevin Blake on board. Kevin Blake on board Black Beauty. Next horse we'll draw for is Country Goal. Now this is a name change. This horse was formerly called Baby Goal and now being recognized as Country Goal. And Country Goal, post position number 7. Post position 7 here for Country Goal. And this is horses trained by Kamaluddin Hussain for the Bahari Racing Stables. Arvind Danraj will be the jockey on board. Next we'll draw for Easy Star, the 6-year-old mare. Easy Star, post position number 6. Post position 6 here for Easy Star. Easy Star will be ridden by Amit Parmanan on board for trainer Sherwin Wills. Next we will draw for Isabella, and Isabella, post position number 5. Post 5 here for Isabella. Isabella is owned and trained by Ramnahan Prasad, and jockey Tyrese Harper will be on board. Tyrese Harper on board Isabella. Next we'll draw for the first time starter Secret Jet. This is a 3-year-old chestnut filly, and the Secret Jet is going to run from post position number 4. Post position 4 here for Secret Jet. This horse is owned by Leon Hickel and trained by Doug Shioraj. Colin Ross will be on board. Colin Ross rides the first time starter Secret Jet. Next we draw for She's a Dancer. She's a Dancer, post position number 1. Post 1 here for She's a Dancer. And She's a Dancer will be ridden by champion jockey Yovin Kisunchan for owner Dr. Mohindra Prasad. She's a Dancer, post 1 here. And the final horse will be post position number 3. That's Summer Breeze. Summer Breeze, post position number 3 for Summer Breeze. And the Summer Breeze is trained by Randolph Gray and will be ridden by Ronaldo Gray for the Navin Racing Stables. So that's a look of the fillies and mares, K&L Maidens, race number 8. When we come back, we'll draw for the boys, the Colts and Geldings. They are up next on the program. Stay tuned.
Quem comeu a minha pasta de amendoim? Eu tô querendo muito comer massa de amendoim, que eu tô com muita fome. Só tem isso pra comer, só quero comer isso, eu não quero comer mais nada.
You speak Spanish now?
It's Portuguese.
Now this is what really happened. Everyone's a culprit because everyone loves nutty peanut butter, so keep the peace and buy extra nutty peanut butter, available in crunchy and creamy. Nutty peanut butter distributed by J Supermarket.
Welcome back to Pixel Perfect Productions, and you just witnessed the drawing of the K&L Maidens for fillies and mares over 6 furlongs. That's race number 8 on the Sunday program, and here is how they line up in the starting gate. Number 1, She's a Dancer, Yovin Kisunchan. 2 is Black Beauty with Kevin Blake. 3 is Summer Breeze with Ronaldo Gray. 4 is Secret Jet, Colin Ross. 5 is Isabella with Tyrese Harper. 6 is Easy Star with Amit Parmanan. And on the outside, number 7 is Country Goal with jockey Arvind Danraj. Race number 9. The K&L Maidens open to first-time starters for Colts and Geldings over a distance of 6 furlongs with a $600,000 purse. All 7 horses already into the machine here. Again, another 7 race cards. So we got 7 fillies and mares, 7 Colts and Geldings. Let's find out how they line up in the starting gate, as the first horse we'll draw for is going to be Citation. Post position 6. Post position 6 here for Citation. And Citation comes to us from the Sitahal Samaru barn as the trainer. The jockey will be Yovin Kisunchan. Next we'll draw for G Money 36. Post position number 3. Post position 3 here for G Money 36. This horse is now owned and trained by Rolwyn Cadogan, and the jockey will be Michael Semple on board. Semple riding G Money 36. The next horse we'll draw for is Patriotism. Post position number 5. Post position 5 here for Patriotism. This horse is now trained by Jonathan Shioraj. The jockey will be Colin Ross on board. Ross will be riding Patriotism. Next we'll draw for the first time starter Perfect Champion. Post position number 7. Post position 7 here for the first time starter Perfect Champion. This horse is a 3-year-old colt and will be shouldering 122 pounds. The jockey will be Fazal Rodriguez. Fazal Rodriguez riding the first time starter Perfect Champion. Next we'll draw for Perfect Choice. Post position 4. Post 4 here for Perfect Choice. This horse is trained by Jason Walton and owned by Natasha Harry. The jockey will be Ronaldo Gray. Ronaldo Gray rides Perfect Choice. Next we'll draw for Storm Again. Post position 1. Post position 1 here for Storm Again. Storm Again trained by Kamaluddin Hussein. The jockey on Storm Again will be Quinton Kelman. Quinton Kelman on the 1 Storm Again. And the final horse is Top Ranking. Post position number 2. Post position number 2 for Top Ranking, owned by Joel Primo, trained by Cian Smith Sr., the jockey Kieran Razak. Razak will partner Top Ranking from post number 2. So that's a look there of the 9th race, the KNL Maidens for the Colts and Geldings. When we come back, we get into our 2 feature races on Sunday. Race 10, the Sprint. Ooh, I'm getting jitters right now. We'll find out how this drawing takes place right after this.
And I can bring you don't you sweat it, baby, it's alright. You were dancing through the lightning strikes. Oh, so sleepless in the onyx night. But now the sky is overlight. Oh my Lord, never met no one like you before. No, you had, and I can bring you don't you sweat it, baby, it's alright. You were dancing through the lightning strikes. Oh, so sleepless in the onyx night. But now the sky is overlight. Oh my Lord, never met no one like you before. No, you had.
Welcome back to Pixel Perfect Productions, where you're viewing the live broadcast of the post position drawing. And let's just recap what we just viewed here for race number 9, the KNL Maidens for first time starters, Colts and Geldings, over a distance of 6 furlongs. They line up in the starting gate on Sunday like this. Number 1, Storm Again, Quinton Kelman riding. Number 2 is Top Ranking with Kieran Razak. 3 is G Money 36 with Michael Semple. 4 is Perfect Choice with Ronaldo Gray. 5 is Patriotism with Colin Ross. Number 6 is Citation with Yovin Kisunchan. And on the outside, number 7 is Perfect Champion, the jockey Fazal Rodriguez. That's Division 2 of the KNL Maiden. That's the Colts and Geldings there as race number 9. Now, before we get into race number 10, the 2026 running of the Arrival Day Sprint, open to 3-year-old and over a distance of just 5 furlongs. I want to again stress and mention to all owners, trainers, jockeys, grooms, and racing fans who are watching this broadcast to please ensure that we observe strict post times here, and all parties involved, I'd like their cooperation. We have seen in the past that we've had some challenges with stakeholders going onto the track, especially you, the racing fan. Yes, I'm talking to you directly. YOU. We want to avoid unauthorized personnel being on the racetrack to avoid any unnecessary delays on Sunday. We all want to come to races and enjoy ourselves. We want it to be free and fair. And of course, the top priority is safety for both horse, rider, and you and I as the stakeholding fan who observe from the sidelines. So we're asking all members of the public, when coming to the racetrack, please remain clear of the race course. The field, the race course itself, is only for the athlete, both the equine and the human, and not for us, the public. We are to sit in the stands. We are to be beyond the barricades. We will have security on hand there. Please cooperate with us so we can execute a good arrival and Labor Day holiday program weekend. 6 horses already into the machine here for the 2026 Arrival Day Sprint. This is going to be a dash for cash race over a distance of just 5 furlongs. I will be observing the time for this race. If this race could finish in less than a minute, it's going to set a track record at the Kennard Memorial Turf Club for Sunday. Let's find out right now. Let's give the machine a good little spin, because this race has quality. The first horse we'll draw for is Barbara. Post position number 2. Post position 2 here for Barbara, representing the Jumbo Jet Racing Stable for trainer Mr. Roberts, who is the leading trainer so far this season. Jockey Colin Ross on board, Barbara. Next we'll draw Compañero Leal, a former Sprint Classic winner a couple of years ago from the Jays Racing Stable. Champion jockey of Trinidad and Tobago, Dylan Kellerwan, will be riding. Post position 6. Post position 6 here for Compañero Leal, the Brazilian bred. Next we'll draw for Frantic. Post position number 3. Post position 3 here for Frantic. And Frantic is coming to us from the Jumbo Jet Racing Stables. The jockey will be Michael Semple. Semple on board here for Frantic. This 4-year-old colt. We haven't seen him since finishing second back at Rising Sun, and that was in January. So nice to see the 4-year-old Frantic making his return to racing action. Next we'll draw for this new to the Guyana surface, Hot and Lucky. Post position number 4. Post position 4 here for Hot and Lucky. This horse is owned by Nathan Racing Stable and trained by Dionarine Ramroop. The jockey will be Delwyn Anderson. It's a 5-year-old gelding. Hot and Lucky, coming to us from the United States. This horse last raced at Gulfstream Park back in February, and he will be having his first start here, now joining the crop of Guyana horses. So we welcome Hot and Lucky and wish the connections all the best. Next will be Night Beacon, post position 1. Post position 1 here for Night Beacon. Night Beacon is owned by Karen Rampasad and trained by Wayne Jones. The jockey is Yovin Kisunchan. Kisunchan aboard Night Beacon. And the final horse we just drew for, number 5, Order and Progress. Number 5 here, Order and Progress. The jockey will be Ronaldo Apadu for the Jays Racing Stable. So it's going to be very small in quantity. That's the sprint, just a field of 6, but very strong in quality. This is going to be an exciting matchup. This is going to be the penultimate race on the 11-race program, the Arrival Day Sprint over 5 furlongs. When we come back, I will give you the updates of how they line up in the starting gate, and then we look ahead to the feature race, the $4 million Labor Day Cup. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the program. You just witnessed the Arrival Day Sprint drawing over 5 furlongs, race number 10 on the program. And this is how they line up in the starting gate. Number 1 is Night Beacon, Yovin Kisunchan riding. 2 is Barbara with Colin Ross. 3 is Frantic with Michael Semple. 4 is Hot and Lucky, the jockey Delwyn Anderson. 5 is Order and Progress with Ronaldo Apadu. And on the outside, number 6 is Compañero Leal, the jockey is Dylan Kellawan. So that's a look of the Arrival Day Sprint. Before we get to the big race, let's see if we could analyze the sprint here. And I like the looks of Compañero Leal in this one. I think this horse is coming back to his own, and the 5 furlongs will definitely suit him. Perfect draw on the outside, Kellawan riding on board here, and I think a Compañero Leal, in the absence of his stablemate Regal Man, should be able to fly this flag very high for the Jays Racing stable. That's Compañero Leal. His biggest threat though should come from Barbara. This 7-year-old has been in good form here, and Colin Ross riding Barbara. Definitely with this 5 furlong sprint, as the connections have opted for this one, and she's going to be a tough customer in this particular race. So I'm measuring out this race between Compañero Leal and Barbara. Of the others, Order and Progress may want a little extra distance. This may be on the sharp side for him, Order and Progress, but we'll see how it goes there. Not too familiar with the first time starter to these parts. That's Hot and Lucky. So that's an each way chance value there for you. Frantic is coming off of that 4-month layoff. We haven't seen him since in January, but if he brings his A game, based on how he ran last time out at Rising Sun, Frantic could pull off a mile upset here for the Jumbo Jets Racing stables. Of course, Frantic being stablemate to Barbara. And then, of course, there's the speedy Night Beacon. And from that dreaded 1 post, but she needs to get an alert break here and get out in front here and see if she can hold that speed, because as I said, this is a dash for cash race here, and no slow start here will do you any justice here over this distance of 5 furlongs. So that's how I see the Arrival Day Sprint panning out. Compañero Leal Barbara, that's how I'm seeing it. We'll find out on Sunday, and you need to be there to find out on Sunday who will take home that top prize there for the Arrival Day Sprint. Alright, so we have 4 entries into the machine here for the 2026 running of the Labor Day Cup, open to 3-year-olds and over a distance of 1.1 miles, which is 9 furlongs on the Kennard Memorial Turf Club racetrack, and just 4 of them going to post here. Mapa do Brazil is the first horse we're going to draw for. Let's find out where Mapa will race from. Post position 3. Post position 3 here for Mapa do Brazil. And remember, Mapa do Brazil, he has had good form at Kennard Memorial. Remember, his last 2 races came at Kennard Memorial, where he won the Pagua Cup in March and he won the Boxing Day Classic in December. So Mapa do Brazil definitely is going to be one of the favored horses in this one. Next, we'll draw his stablemate. That is the 6-year-old Brazilian Reda Brincadeira. Post position number 4. Post position number 4 for Reda Brincadeira. Dylan Kellawan will be riding Reda Brincadeira. Ronaldo Apadu will ride Mapa do Brazil, both coming from the Jays Racing stable. So they send out a 2-prong attack. Next, we'll draw for Ritorna Vinstori. Post position number 1. Post position 1 here for Ritorna Vinstori, representing the Slingers Racing Stable barn. Yovin Kisunchan, the champion jockey, will be on board the 6-year-old for the first time for the Slingers Racing Stables. And remember, Return of Story won the Clash of the Big Yard Stakes at Portmorant last September. So he's looking to get back on track here, Return of Story. And the final horse we'll draw for is Stat. Post position number 2. Post position number 2 for Stat. The jockey will be Colin Ross. And remember, Stat won the New Year's Day Mile back at Rising Sun Turf Club, and that was back in January. That was actually our first stakes race to kick off the 2026 racing season. So that's a look at the draw there for the Labor Day Cup. When we come back, I'll show you how they line up in the starting gate, but I'm sure you might have figured it out already, and we'll wrap up the program here on Pixel Perfect. This is the post position draw. We'll be back right after this.
Memories are made in the kitchen, and the sweetest of them all are made with Victoria's Sweetened Condensed Milk. Deliciously creamy, Victoria's Sweetened Condensed Milk is made from all natural ingredients, perfect for baking into cakes and sweets. Plus, use it straight from the tin for a timeless classic, something just about anyone will enjoy. So share the food, share the culture, share the love with Victoria's Sweetened Condensed Milk, available in 380-gram tins and distributed by Jay's Supermarket.
And I can bring you love. Don't you sweat it, baby, it's alright. You were dancing through the lightning strikes. Oh, so sleepless in the onyx night. But now the sky is overlight. Oh, 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 my Lord. Never met no one like you before. No, you had
Welcome back to the program, Pixel Perfect Productions, and we're wrapping up the post-position draw of the 2026 Arrival and Labor Day card, live this coming Sunday at Kennard Memorial Turf Club, Sunday the 3rd of May. And you just witnessed the drawing here, and here is the lineup for the Labor Day Cup. Number 1, Return of Vince Story, the jockey Yovin Kisunchan. Number 2 is Start, the jockey Colin Ross. 3 is Mapa do Brazil with Ronaldo Apadu. And on the outside, number 4, Reda Brincadeira, the jockey is Dylan Kellawan. Those are the 4 horses entered to run for the Labor Day Cup over a distance of 1.1 miles, 9 furlongs, $4 million. The prize money, the purse, the winner will receive $2 million as advertised here. Race number 11 to wrap up the program. Now, just to do a little housekeeping here to tidy up the details to all owners and trainers. Entries, payments are going to be accepted on race morning. So make sure you come early and come to the clerk of the scale room where the entry payments will be accepted for all the races that your horses would have entered. Any owner and trainer attending races, please indicate to me as early as 8 o'clock on race morning so I could inform the public in a timely manner. Again, we're asking for all parties to cooperate with us because we're going to have strict post times on Sunday. Program will be available for viewing just after 12 o'clock, thereabouts tomorrow afternoon, as we have the weights to be installed. We just drew the post position, so the program will be available tomorrow afternoon for viewing. On behalf of all of us here, my team here at Pixel Perfect Productions, this is track announcer John Rupert saying thank you for viewing. Make sure and join us for live racing this coming Sunday. Rhythm Stars International, our DJ Pixel Perfect Productions, our racing station of the nation, and we'll see you on Sunday for live action. From all of us, thanks for watching and good night.